Well, I did say I did, the actor that I dated.
Yeah.
And the one white guy that I dated.
You dated a white guy?
I sure did.
That's good. How was that?
It was nice. But not, we've come to the end of our road because I see you dating all these black women. Now you're dating me. And you're not gonna end up with a black woman. Okay, bye. And but nice guy. But yeah, really, really nice guy. But it's just, I knew it wasn't going anywhere. But it was a great experience.
Tichina Arnold once kept her relationship with actor Brian Austin Green under wraps, and for a pretty surprising reason. According to reports, Tichina wasn't sure how serious Brian really was about her, and she also admitted she felt uncertain because he was white.
Because he was a good human being. I really love him.
You liked him and he liked you.
We liked each other, but he pursued me. He actually took me on a date he was like the only actor and white guy that I ever dated.
Here in the, Tichina, I love you. I love you. She was very clear on day one of like, nobody can know about this.
Really?
Nobody. Like, can't tell people.
Yes, she kept her white boyfriend a secret from the public. For context, this all went down back in the 1990s, when Tichina was one of the stars of Martin, one of the most iconic sitcoms in Black TV history. At the same time, Brian Austin Green was making waves on Beverly Hills, 90210, which was a major hit in mainstream pop culture. So the two of them were living in completely different corners of Hollywood. Two worlds that rarely crossed paths back then. Interracial relationships were still viewed differently during that period, and public reactions could be unpredictable. Seeing a Martin star and a 90210 heartthrob together would have definitely caught people off guard. Reports suggest that Tichina knew people might not understand their connection right away, so she chose to keep things quiet until she knew where the relationship was heading. Sources also say that Tichina once mentioned she felt Brian might have been going through what she described as a black girl phase. That's why she wasn't completely convinced their relationship would last. She cared for him, but stayed cautious, wanting to protect her peace and privacy while navigating fame, culture, and love all at once.
Can't talk about this. And so there's no way to get out of it, because that was just where my brain and my heart were.
Right.
For me, like, it really triggered something of like, oh, okay, I'm not good enough for any of this. You don't even want your friends to know that's like cool with it, but I think somewhere in my ship, this is just a thing that we're doing. And now maybe her view of it has changed a little bit, but it didn't even start in a healthy way.
You wanted.
When Tichina Arnold's past comments resurfaced, Brian Austin Green reportedly shared his side of the story. According to him, it wasn't his idea to keep their relationship private. He claimed that Tichina was the one who preferred to stay low-key at the time. Despite that, sources say there was definitely real chemistry between them. They bonded through their shared passion for music. Brian was deeply involved in hip-hop and worked as a producer, while Tichina, known for her powerful vocals, was a talented singer. That creative connection helped them grow close while collaborating on music projects and spending time together behind the scenes. However, it's been reported that Tichina wasn't ready to make their relationship public, at least not early on. Over time, this reportedly caused Brian to feel uncertain and a bit insecure about where things were heading, even though there were genuine feelings on both sides. As time went on, things between Tichina Arnold and Brian Austin Green reportedly got more complicated. People on online forums have shared that their relationship, though private, wasn't exactly a mystery to those in their close circles. Some insiders claimed that a few of their mutual friends already knew they were seeing each other, but everyone agreed to keep it quiet to respect Tichina's wishes. According to fans discussing it on Reddit, there were whispers that the secrecy began to weigh on Brian. He supposedly wanted to go public and didn't like feeling hidden from the world.
To be out with her. And
I wanted to in the beginning for sure, and sit in the back of the car and like just be happy that I'm in the car.
That's almost not fair.
But then things changed. But then things changed. Like we were in, all of a sudden she was very like cool with it, but my head didn't understand. And I'd hear, or who does this guy think he is? So I was mind fucking myself a lot.
Meanwhile, Tichina was cautious about how fans and even industry insiders might react. She was navigating fame, image, and expectations all at once, which wasn't easy in the spotlight of 90s Hollywood. Eventually, it's said that their differences about privacy and public image created quiet tension between them. Even though there was genuine affection, it became hard to balance love and reputation in a time when every move could spark rumors. Reports from fan discussions suggest that one of the biggest struggles in Tichina and Brian's relationship was the intense pressure from the entertainment world.
We're each other. I understood it because, again, I was super insecure, so I was like, of course you feel that way.
Yeah, she said it. She was like, you're not going to be with her. And she was like, that's why she quit.
What's funny about that, though, is I'm the only white guy she ever dated, she said, right?
Yep. No,
Tichina, I love you.
Yeah.
You're going to call what I did like it was just some sort of flash in the pan thing, but I spent 10 years doing it? You dated one white guy, and you were like, nah.
Both stars were on hit shows that represented very different audiences, and the media in the 90s wasn't known for giving couples like them any peace. According to Reddit threads, Tichina was concerned that going public could lead to headlines that distracted from her career or caused unnecessary drama on set. Some users even pointed out that the entertainment industry back then was far less open-minded, making interracial relationships harder to navigate publicly. It wasn't just about love, it was about reputation, perception, and timing. Brian, on the other hand, was reportedly more relaxed about public attention. He came from a show that constantly made tabloid noise, so to him, it was just part of the job. But Tichina valued her privacy and professionalism, and that difference reportedly became a major issue. Behind closed doors, it wasn't arguments. It was quiet frustration, unspoken tension, and the struggle to protect something fragile. Eventually, as discussed in multiple fan posts and entertainment forums, Tichina and Brian's relationship started to cool off. Insiders have suggested that their schedules, fame, and public image made it nearly impossible to keep things steady. Both were young, successful, and pulled in different directions by their careers. Some Reddit users speculated that the two never had a dramatic breakup. It was more of a slow fade. They reportedly cared about each other, but realized that timing and circumstances weren't on their side. Fans who followed their story said that Brian always spoke respectfully about Tichina afterward, and Tichina herself never spoke badly of him either. Even though the relationship didn't last, it became one of those behind-the-scenes Hollywood stories that people still find fascinating. Two stars from completely different worlds connecting through music and emotion, only to be pulled apart by fame, privacy, and the public eye. After their rumored breakup, Tichina Arnold and Brian Austin Green reportedly kept things peaceful and mature. People on social media and Reddit threads have often mentioned how neither of them ever spoke negatively about the other, even years later. That alone says a lot about the kind of bond they shared, even if it didn't last romantically. Some insiders claim that when they'd bump into each other at Hollywood events, they were always friendly and respectful. No drama, no shade, just mutual acknowledgement of what once was. Tichina was busy focusing on her acting and music career, while Brian's path was heading toward bigger TV opportunities. They both seemed to understand that their relationship, though short-lived, was a unique moment in time, one that helped them grow personally and creatively. Fans have even commented that this might be why people still bring up their story to this day. It wasn't messy, it was mysterious. Two stars who had every reason to be public, but chose peace and privacy instead. Decades later, fans on social media began digging up the story again, and it instantly sparked conversation. Threads on Reddit and fan pages started revisiting the details, debating whether Tichina was right to keep things private or if Brian's openness would have made their relationship stronger. People had opinions, but most agreed it was a situation way ahead of its time. Some commenters pointed out that in today's world, their relationship probably wouldn't have been a big deal at all. But back in the 90s, things were different. Hollywood wasn't nearly as open about mixing social circles or cultures on and off screen. That's what made their story so intriguing. It was quiet rebellion wrapped in romance. Even now, fans describe their connection as one of those what-if moments in pop culture history. What if they had gone public? What if they had stayed together a little longer? Those unanswered questions keep the story alive, showing how even short relationships can leave a lasting impression. In the years that followed, both Tichina Arnold and Brian Austin Green built strong careers and kept moving forward, but their brief connection still gets mentioned in conversations about Hollywood's hidden romances. According to online discussions, some fans believe their story quietly influenced how people viewed interracial relationships in the entertainment world. It showed that chemistry and connection could exist beyond the industry's old stereotypes. Tichina went on to earn respect for her powerhouse performances and confident personality, while Brian continued to expand his career as an actor and musician. Even though their relationship didn't last, it seems to have left behind a subtle message. Sometimes, the most unexpected pairings can challenge perceptions and spark conversations that last for years. What's fascinating is how they never had to make it dramatic or public to leave an impression. Their silence became its own statement, a mix of mystery, respect, and authenticity that people still talk about even decades later. The story of Tichina Arnold and Brian Austin Green resurfaced after an old interview clip began circulating online. Fans on Reddit and YouTube started reposting it, sparking a wave of nostalgia and debate. Some viewers were shocked. They had no idea the two ever dated. Others said they remembered quiet rumors back in the day but never saw proof until now. The resurfaced moment reminded people how private both actors really were about their personal lives. It also made fans appreciate how gracefully they handled their relationship, even when public curiosity could have turned it into gossip. Online commenters pointed out that their situation showed a lot of maturity, especially for two young stars under constant media attention. As the conversation grew, people began to reflect on how Hollywood relationships were treated back then versus now. In the 90s, a secret like that could change how the public viewed you. Today, fans celebrate that kind of openness. It's wild how time changes everything. Years later, when Tichina Arnold was asked about Brian Austin Green in an interview, she reportedly kept things classy. She laughed about the situation and said she remembered him fondly, mentioning that they had a good time when they were together. According to fan discussions, she didn't go into detail, but her tone made it clear there were no hard feelings. Some people online noted that Tichina seemed proud of how she handled herself back then. She explained that privacy was important to her, especially in a time when being open about personal relationships could cause distractions. Fans respected that honesty, saying it showed how smart and self-aware she was even at a young age. Meanwhile, Brian was said to have responded just as respectfully. He also looked back on their time together with good energy, calling her incredibly talented and funny. Seeing two exes speak so kindly about each other in Hollywood, where old stories often turn bitter, was refreshing for fans who love positive celebrity memories. Even today, the story of Tichina Arnold and Brian Austin Green remains one of those quiet Hollywood secrets that still fascinates people. It's not because it was scandalous, but because it felt real. Two young stars from different backgrounds connecting at the height of their fame, trying to protect something genuine in a world that constantly watches. Fans on Reddit describe it as the love story that almost was. A connection that didn't need headlines or red carpets to matter. Some even said it showed that behind every public figure is a private world filled with emotions, choices, and moments no one ever sees. What keeps the story alive isn't drama. It's the subtle what-if energy that never quite goes away. People still wonder what would have happened if the world had found out sooner or if the timing had been better. Maybe it was short-lived, but it left a mark that fans continue to uncover, one thread and one memory at a time. Today, fans look back at Tichina Arnold and Brian Austin Green's short-lived relationship with a mix of curiosity and admiration. Online threads still pop up where people discuss how ahead of its time their connection really was. In an era when fame often dictated who you could be seen with, they quietly chose each other, without chasing attention or headlines. Many fans now see their story as a reminder that Hollywood relationships don't always need to be flashy to be meaningful. People point out how rare it is to hear about two celebrities who handled a breakup with mutual respect and never turned it into drama. Their story feels almost refreshing compared to the chaos that often surrounds celebrity news today. Some Reddit users even call their relationship a hidden gem in entertainment history. It wasn't perfect, but it was real, and that's what makes it stand out decades later. Tichina and Brian might have moved on with their lives, but their quiet connection continues to live in conversations, proving that even a short romance can leave a lasting legacy. Even after all these years, the story of Tichina Arnold and Brian Austin Green still hits different. Fans can't get enough of the behind-the-scenes details about how two stars from opposite sides of Hollywood came together and kept it real. It wasn't about fame, it was about chemistry, connection, and a quiet kind of respect that's rare in the entertainment world. People online say their story feels timeless because it shows that love in Hollywood isn't always about cameras or headlines. Sometimes it's about two people just trying to figure things out away from the noise. That honesty, that raw energy, it's what keeps fans coming back to discuss their story again and again. What's wild is that decades later, people still discover this relationship for the first time and get hooked instantly. It's mysterious, unexpected, and real, and that's why it's become one of those stories you can't help but talk about. If you love digging into untold celebrity stories like this one, make sure to subscribe to Cloud's channel for more deep dives, throwback drama, and the kind of Hollywood tea you won't find anywhere else. You don't want to miss what's coming next.